Hey everyone, welcome back to Citiflix YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into a heavy but important topic, racism. Specifically, we're exploring the challenges Black people may face in different parts of the world. It's no secret that racism is a global issue, and while every country is unique, some places stand out as particularly difficult for people of African descent. Now, before we begin, a quick disclaimer: the purpose of this video isn't to shame or generalize about entire nations. It's to shed light on real experiences, backed by reports, research, and first-hand accounts, so we can better understand the global fight against racism. Let's get started. Starting at number 10, we have Italy. Known for its rich history and stunning architecture, Italy also struggles with racism, especially toward Black immigrants and refugees. Many Black residents report facing racial slurs, workplace discrimination, and even violence. The rise of far-right political parties in recent years has amplified anti-immigrant rhetoric, making it even harder for Black communities to feel safe and included. Next is Japan. While Japan is famous for its hospitality and innovation, it's also a highly homogeneous society, where being a different can lead to exclusion. Black people living in Japan often share stories of microaggressions, such as being stared at or refused service in certain establishments. While it's not as overtly hostile as some other places, the sense of otherness can make life challenging for minorities. Coming in at number 8 is China. The country has made headlines for incidents of racism, such as anti-Black sentiments during the COVID-19 pandemic. In some regions, Black people were unfairly blamed for the virus's spread and even evicted from their homes. Systemic biases and lack of representation in media further highlight the struggles faced by the Black community in China. At number 7, Russia has a reputation for being unfriendly to minorities, especially Black individuals. Reports of racially motivated attacks, particularly in smaller cities and rural areas, have been a recurring issue. Many Black residents and tourists are advised to exercise caution when traveling in certain parts of the country. Poland takes the number 6 spot. While it's a beautiful country with a deep history, racism against Black people and other minorities has been reported, particularly in the form of xenophobic attitudes and far-right movements. Many Black residents and visitors have shared experiences of feeling unwelcome in public spaces. Before we continue, let me remind you that racism isn't exclusive to any single country or culture. It's a global issue we all need to address. And while these countries have their challenges, there are also many people within them working hard to fight racism and build more inclusive communities. Alright, let's get back to it. Greece ranks number 5. While it's a top tourist destination, Black immigrants and refugees often face hostility, particularly in urban areas. The economic crisis in recent years has fueled anti-immigrant sentiment, with many blaming minorities for the country's struggles. At number 4 is Saudi Arabia. While the country has made strides in modernizing its image, reports of mistreatment toward African workers, particularly those in domestic roles, highlight systemic issues. Many face exploitation, abuse, and discrimination based on both race and socio-economic status. India takes the number 3 spot. While the country is incredibly diverse, Black people, especially African students, report frequent incidents of racism, from verbal harassment to physical assaults. Negative stereotypes and media portrayals contribute to these challenges. At number 2, Ukraine has been in the spotlight for racial discrimination, particularly during the recent conflict. Black students and refugees shared harrowing stories of being denied entry onto evacuation buses during the war, highlighting the systemic racism still present in the region. And finally, at number 1, we have Libya. The country has been plagued by reports of modern-day slavery, with African migrants being sold in open markets. While Libya remains in political turmoil, these human rights abuses serve as a grim reminder of the urgent need for global intervention. That's our list. Again, it's important to remember that not everyone in these countries is racist, and many people are fighting for change. The fight against racism requires global solidarity, compassion, and education. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you experienced or witnessed racism in any of these countries? How can we work together to build a more inclusive world? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you next time.